MbL's wood collection would have been slower than yours due to missing bowsaw. Okay. And, well, in yellow again, no real idea why MbL is going for that. He is playing Ethiopians, and on the other side, Mr. Yo playing Franks here. Oh, and MbL super active. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 9 HP lost. Score? What's wrong with the score? That's weird. Start? Show? Yeah. Thanks. Capture H. Meanwhile, scout fight here. 29 against 22 HP. That's a fight MbL can never take. What is he doing here? MbL, Mr. Yo, no idea. Scout is just running away, guys. We're not missing anything. And yeah, so this is not working again. So we will have to use this one. That's not pretty. Alt S, move that away. Zoop. Mr. Yo 1. Ah, yeah, I can cut it pretty small. Yeah, I think that's okay-ish. Obviously not the dream. Yeah, not really sure what's wrong with the scoreboard there for Capture H. Because it also worked on the other ones. Who do you think will be in the semi-finals for Red Bull tournament? I did post all my predictions on my Discord and on Twitter. You can check it there. Jordi flying in. I hope you had a wonderful stream there. We just had a Hoang game as well that Mr. Yo did fall to, so no shame there. And I hope you all had a wonderful day. We are in a best of 5 set. Mr. Yo against MbL. $100 on the line. All Arabia. We had a safe draft earlier. Do you think Japanese would be a good pick on this version of Arabia? No. I don't think Japanese are top 15 in Age of Empires Arabia at the moment. And we only had to draft 14. Yeah. Jordan had his ass kicked. Yeah, but the beautiful thing with Jordan is that he's so willing to improve that kind of fuels his motivation to come back stronger as well. Mr. Yo and MbL had a small scout war. That's why we see them pushing scouts at the moment. 3 HP only left here for MbL. Did run into the TC and then got a bit out microed. Jordan was hoanged. Yeah, I saw a bit there. It is really easy to look bad there. Yeah, he won one game with Goth. I saw that one as well. You versus Hoang, who will win? Best of 5? I assume you talk about islands. Then I will win. 3-0. Can Mr. Yo speak English? Yes. There are multiple interviews with him. He is fluent in English. I have at least 2 interviews with him on YouTube. Lots of walls here. What is this wall? Okay, MbL is cancelling it. Okay, I was going for a bit of the wilder ones. It's not like that one excites me too much either. Where is he trying to find gold after this? Like, he completely accepts, okay, my gold is outside. Could go for that one, could go for the one in the back, but that's a weird opening. And especially with Ethiopians, what is he trying to play here? Ay. Do players practice for inflating score since it came down to that few times in last Red Bull tourney? I think they should, but they don't. And it's not really practicing, right? It's like thinking about it for 30 seconds, and you should be fine. But also big change from Red Bull Vololo 1 to Red Bull Vololo 2 is that the time limit was increased from 58 minutes to 75 minutes. But Hera snipe! Mr. Yo getting that kill against MbL there, who felt he was close enough, but wasn't really. Would you like me to sort out the scoreboard? If so, this game's 3. Yeah, it's game 3 with MbL winning first and then Mr. Yo winning. Would be nice, just give me an update. Or actually, we can remove that and you can do it behind the scenes.
I am getting excited about the game again. Let's go, wallalol.
Why not wall the gold?
I will win against you in islands, provided my island is invisible.
Why not wall to the gold? Why not wall the golden and wall to the wood? Yeah, I don't know. MbL is a guy who really likes the small walls, right? This is way easier to re-wall if Mr. Yo is trying to break it eventually than this wall is, because he has the villager close by. But yeah, now the quick wall here, not really having a lot of map control, scouts against him. MbL just says, okay, I will accept that I can't contest the map for so long. Feels weird to me as well. Meanwhile, pretty standard opening here by Mr. Yo. Just goes for scouts. And Dico, thanks. Make sure to refresh your own scoreboard page in the browser. I didn't really understand that. Do you think Leary has reached his peak, or is he still not there yet? Far away. He's one of the players that is furthest away from his peak. Like, out of the top 15. Ooh, yoink. No, yoink. Mr. Yo, too active to see it. Why no winner predictions? It doesn't really make sense, right? There's so much that can happen before. And then it's like... It's just like random guessing. And I'm not really a fan. Like, I think what I did are like... relatively educated predictions with a bit of ballsiness there in the LAN versus the Max set. But yeah, just like predicting the last 2 rounds in a tournament, not really something I would consider very reasonable. Now we're going for the sneaky stable by Mr. MbL. That will delay his castle age timing so much. Obviously still not on gold at all. Could now send the first villager in the back. Isn't really doing that, so we'll just accept that scout is the way to go. Needs to find some villager kills. And Mr. Yo might offer that to him. Has everything super open so far. Ethiopian, normally a civilization that we can see going for lots of archers. But MbL with the mind games. How far do you believe Daud is from his peak? Well, relatively he's further away from his peak. Absolutely. He is pretty close, I would say. Yeah. Now this could be... No, Mr. Yo is so active. Did he get any hits off? Doesn't really look like it. Those spearmen now telegraphing the raid here. 3 scouts out, trying to fight this one back. Doesn't really work out. Mr. Yo will lose several villagers here, I believe. Let's take a look how many it's going to be. Feels like at least 2. Maybe... MbL can micro it well enough to make it 3, maybe even 4. That villager is not great either. Great move here by MbL. And all of a sudden, this one looks way better for him. 3 down is going for number 4. Lovely move. And Mr. Yo, not having any vision. His scout's super far away. And now a solid lead. And not that far ahead when it comes to castle age timing. That's solid. Are we going back onto gold now? Going for forging here is Mr. Yo. Sends his scouts back. Has 3 spearmen around as well. And that one's getting attacked. Meanwhile, MbL, as we can see on the minimap, is going for as far away gold. Has 5 villages on gold. And I think Mr. Yo, he won't go for any army. And I think he should cancel forging. Because his first step will be not going on gold, but rushing the 2 TCs first. Maybe he wants to get a TC up at the front. but the knights won't do anything for quite some time. I think skipping forging could have been better. To just keep the 3 TCs running, get the wood upgrade. I think this would have been the better spot going into this game. But hey, obviously I see everything. I know that MbL isn't leaving any holes. Lots of spearmen. To be pikemen eventually. And now the double archery range switch. MbL playing this one pretty damn sweet. What can I say? Villagers, 7 villager lead. And we see neither player with wheelbarrow. And soon we are castle age as well. So 2 more villagers. I will go for a wild 4 villager lead kind of. In this one. And those were the 4 villagers going down here. So yo, was just so sure that MbL wouldn't go for any army, or if so, it would hit later. 3 pikemen coming in clutch. Well, won't really get it into a direct push. That siege could be something. MbL sends the villager out. Do we have any knights coming around? Yeah, and that's so good. That's so good by Mr. Yo. Can MbL get some walls up here? No, he can't. With maybe something to use the tree and... Oh! Split around. Gets the kill, but loses 2 knights for 1 villager. Pooh. Solid defense here by MbL. Do you know most of the best players in personal? Let's say from top 50. Like chatting with them, with every single one. Meeting in person. I would say like 30 players out of the top 50 I met in person. Yeah. Something like that. First of all, I met myself. It's only 49 to go. Yeah, and I was so active in so many meetups, right? NSC 1, 2, 3 really helped out. People stopped by there. Then I was in China, meeting all the Chinese people. And ECL LAN. So everyone from Suomi, AM. Yeah, I was very fortunate. Met a lot of those lovely dudes. Oh, got that snipe as well. MbL is active. He's playing a good game. What can I say? At which hour do Red Bull games start tomorrow? AoE Zone and Wikipedia could tell you that at 13 GMT we will start. Have anyone really truly met themselves? Well, maybe some Buddhist monks did. 2 HP. Bop. Trade that one off. How many villagers he sent forward is just crazy. And sends her again. But she was kind of stuck, so takes some time. Is he sending her to the side? No, she's just taking the long way. Mr. Yo just doing such a great job of constantly killing those villagers. And look at that, he was 4 villagers behind. Is now 6 ahead, simply because he did drop those CCs so much earlier. That was a crazy hold. Yeah, military-wise, MbL is ahead, but he can't really use it as long as he's not getting the siege up. So that denial by Mr. Yo over and over again is just so good. And maybe you could just make an argument for MbL to just put down the siege workshop here, instead of him trying to constantly run to the front. Wheelbarrow though? Yeah, just kicked in. And now the conversion. I think he will go for a camel, pikeman. Ooh, trading off lots of HP. I think MbL will break this one, although it will be pretty damn close. Knights are saving themselves. Villager still survives. The spearman actually doing an okay-ish damage. Very low HP here for both players. And 1 conversion, maybe some healing could be enough to hold this one off. Should he not convert the will? No, I think converting a camel is just so much more value than converting a villager. And MbL, he just wants to get control of that hill. And now I think he has the army advantage. Look at that. Did go for the crossbow in the back. Did convert the camel at the front. Scorpion finishing off those low HP pikemen. But MbL, he did fight for it so hard. And now he has the control. +1 defense now for Mr. Yo. Crossman around here, going for some snipes. Villagers in time to repair. Are they? They seem like they are. Villagers. 1 down. Knights going to the front. Camel is microed back, interestingly enough. Uh-oh. Now the Scorpions are doing some damage. Oof. Being pushed back. What a nice game. Completely housed. It's Mr. MbL. Not even building a house at the moment. 1 villager is building a house. Hi. It's a meme. But sometimes things are memes for a reason, guys. Some other villagers in the back. Scorpion actually is such a good unit against the army composition that MbL is going for. Still keeps some villagers on stone at stable number 2. Goes for more mangonels now. Another monk. More knights. Now goes for wheelbarrow to finally catch up. 5 villager lead, but economy was more on the even side. Scorpion for the defense. And I think he might finish the siege workshop before the mangonel pops out. Not sure. Especially if we see some dancing, the mangonel will pop out. Yeah. Monk instantly going down, trying to hold that hill. That's not going to work. MbL pushed in and the pikeman upgrade just comes in so handy. Mangonel now shooting uphill, doing some damage against the pikeman here. Another conversion. Ooh, hitting his own troops quite heavily. So the hill control. MbL dance with the mangonel, gets 1 shot off and gets the 1-for-1 trade. That's actually better than I feared for Mr. Yo at one point. Is it true, when sending a will forward, it's better to task it to build something like a house or palisade because it goes forward in a straight line instead of wandering a bit? And that was true on Woobly days, yes. Now you can... Oh no, actually no. No, that's... I think that was never true. You did it in the past. Oh, mangonel! Dodged! Dodged! And shoot! Not dodged! Not dodged! The third one finally connecting. Meanwhile, the knights did some damage. And yeah, Mr. Yo has to be happy how those 10 seconds went. Hi. And pikeman converted here. And yeah, in the past you did send the villager forward to build a palisade. So that she will attack wolves back. Oh, Mr. Yo just bought himself stone, no? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, 177 stone there. So if he has a building task, nice 1-for-1 trade, then the villager fights back. Otherwise, just runs there. Throwing axemen, great against mangonel, knight, camel, pikeman. Not that great against crossbow though. Knights don't really want to commit, and Mr. Yo should be fine. Both with reasonable economy. Wood upgrade lead for MbL. Food upgrade lead for Mr. Yo, being Franks. And, well, Imp transition will be so much smoother for MbL. Should MbL make scouts for the monks? Not anymore, no. I think crossbows mangonel were good enough against those monks. I think scouts is not really the thing you want to add as Ethiopians. Is this a show match? I don't know. I really don't know. If you find out, please tell me. The way game is going, which late game civ and strategy you prefer? Well, I simply prefer the positioning of MbL, right? That he has this hill, might fall back on that hill, which is so crucial. Civilization-wise, I think I like Franks a bit more on open maps, because you can go for Cavalier, Skirmisher, can just run around. But this one feels a bit more the one-dimensional push through the center, which most of the time is then better for Ethiopians. Let's take a look at here. Knights now coming from the top. Mangonel short, pretty solid. MbL needs to go for some dancing. Mangonel not getting the last shot off. But that's a clear up, while we have the next raid over at the right-hand side. Mr. Yo plays this one very aggressively. Needs to pull back though. Pikeman coming over for the defense. decimates the numbers. Maybe get some raids in here at the overchop. Monka S still around. So far, not a single player picking off any of the relics. MbL 70 villagers now against the over 90. We just had some losses here. Didn't really produce for quite some time to allow himself to get up to Imp. Well, we see Mr. Yo, 6 villagers in production, some more knights in production. He wants to play this one in Castle Age for quite some time. I think we need to see some bombard cannons, which are kind of fragile here. Still not on stone this whole game long, Mr. MbL. If MbL saves the expos for Arbalest, it's GG, I feel it. Well, not really, my man. How is he using his Arbalest? Like, this push is not really an option. Running around here is a long way. He can't really force any fights. If he has a castle up here, then I agree. But it's not going to be that easy. Knights falling here. Obviously, Botkin TC is quite nice. Plus the crossbow with the pikeman. Did a good job. We'll be up to him pretty soon. What can Yo do? Full castle against MbL archers? Shall they try to go imp or full castle? Well, he already did the decision, right? To go up to imp as well. A full castle age attack makes sense if you can attack your opponent. And he did try to test the water here. Probably too many pikemen out. And he didn't really transition into enough skirmishers. So I think transitioning into imp makes more sense. Why no Arbalest? Simply doesn't have the resources, my man. You can see the resources here at the top. Did go for Thumbring, did go for Chemistry and Bracer. Simply the more important upgrades at that point. Did MbL just see those knights? He did not. How did he pull those villagers back? Probably wanted to build a mining camp. And then the knights were blocking the mining camp placement. Oh, that's not closed. That's not closed. Okay, now it is. Nice move there by MbL. Very aware of the situation. Now we should have bombard cannons out at the front pretty damn soon. Where are the skirm numbers? So far I only see 2.5 archer ranges. Goes for elite skirm now. Knights are trying to find another angle. Quick wall by MbL. Not in time. Whew. Monka S with some shift clicking. Wants to go for some of the relics. Has 2 in his hands. 1 at the bottom, 2 at the top. MbL with more quick walls. Does a solid job here. 1 village actually hitting through the wall. Buys himself some nice time. At the top there would be some spot. Not really sure what Mr. Yo actually sees. Could actually know that. It's not a super unlikely. Oh no, then overchop's happening there. Now trying to hold the castle. No masonry though. Might hurt quite a bit. Mangonel, does he really want to contest this one? Actually, and shoot. Maybe second time. No, he couldn't. Knights are running back here. Nearly. Why did pro players ignore relics back in the day? They did so much that they simply didn't know, right? In the area history set, you probably, like the last episode of area history, we did see completely them ignoring relics. It simply wasn't a deciding factor, right? There was just so much else to focus on. People didn't really know the value of it yet. Monks couldn't really be used either. So, yeah. If monks are weaker in general, then picking up relics isn't as efficient. Did you catch Togao versus Yo in double Arabia? No. How about the attack? Now for MbL has the strong position on that hill. Finally we have the skirms out. Chemistry is flying in pretty soon as well. Ooh, not rewalled in time. Did repair it, but didn't really get the HP on that. That's going to be some losses. 120 villages too soon, under 85. And keeps up the pressure against the castle. Still would love to see masonry here. It just helps out so much. Push at the top here. What a lovely game. Mr. Yo very active. That's a tricky castle. Most people would love to get a defensive castle up here to get some more control of their own base, but not Mr. Yo. He's the guy who's so hungry.
My man.
Aha, thanks. Scum moving forward. I really feels like it's scary to only have 8 HP on that one as well. Conscription now flying in as well. Not going for any traps, so the defense obviously doesn't work. Bombard cannon could be an option. Now has one bombard cannon out. I think one bombard cannon should be enough to one-shot 32 HP uphill. But... ah! Shot in between! What happened there? Now some more dance. Villagers are dying at the front. Some dancing, and that's good for Mr. Yo, buying himself time, going for the attack at the top, intercepting some of the reinforcements. Very active play, but needs to save his castle. Bombard cannons dancing a bit here, gets one shot off at the top, and oh, wasn't enough after floating so many resources. Still, second wood upgrade is missing, but all that interception looks lovely. Population pretty even for both players. Still no Arbalest. Okay, MbL now finally techs for Arbalest and the second armor upgrade. Skirmishes should still be able to do some reasonable stuff here. Bombard cannon with the defense, not really getting the greatest connection in. Oh, no, that's ugly. Bombard cannon of MbL gets the shot in here, and what? Okay, I must have missed another shot there from the top somewhere. That's still active. More armies coming over. Knights here. We have 2 relics for Mr. Yo. Skirm numbers just so decimated by all those light cav. Scouts now coming. Oh, light cav coming from the top. Skirms decimated by all the bombard cannons. Where are we having the relics? Okay, far in the back. So much more map control though. Another extra gold spot. Does Mr. Yo see that? Yes, he does. A bit surprised that he's not going for it. And now the Arbalest actually shrekking those skirmishers here. Obviously not that great from Franks. Skirms moving forward. What's happening? I need to retreat. Not the greatest production at the moment. Some rams, some skirmishers. That is it, but... oh, that push looks really deadly. Not the most important resources though. Yeah, some farms, 1 wood line, but it feels like this area is where we have most of the gold. Those knights, not really sure what order did they get that they decide that this is exactly what Mr. Yo meant. Okay, well, next try to snipe some bombard cannons, but they are just so well protected by all those Arbalest. Lovely stuff, and skirmisher numbers at the front, really not that great. Pop 120 for Mr. Yo, MbL sits at 144. Phew, was I scared that this one dropped. No, knights! This could have been it for you. So close and yet so far. Mr. Yo, okay, goes for the stone potentially. Indeed, that was his task, but Arbalest could clear this one up so much better now. 10 plus 4. Aggression still in the back. Heavily attack now. Goes for some more interception. Nice move. 2 bombard cannons still alive. Gets another castle up here. Leaves himself somewhat exposed at the front. Goes for more gold. Wouldn't be surprised to see lots of cavaliers pretty soon. Yeah, clicking those away isn't really a thing. Second wood upgrade. Still something heavily lacking. Score extremely close. Three bombard cannons out. Built the next one. 4 cavaliers on the field. 19 skirmishers. 5 more in the queue. Starting to see if Mr. Yo will fall. Still is score lead. He made it so scrappy. MbL, oh, he will be housed. He will lose way more houses as well. Needs to make sure to replace those. And it will get tricky for MbL to always watch his bombard cannons at the front. Do we have a siege workshop? Or yes, we do. Where is the siege workshop? Bombard cannon now being produced. Could get some good shots off. And in a weird parallel universe, there might be 1 bombard cannon shot that kills all the 3 bombard cannons of MbL. Let's take a look. Defense here. Stop for now. Bombard cannon shot is now coming in the front. Bombard cannons. 1 down. Going for the second one. Dodged unintentionally. Third shot. Dodged intentionally. And Bombard Cannon is now going back. The Cavaliers did survive at the bottom. Uh-oh, one Cavalier alone doing so much in the back here as well. Getting so much more control. Goat at the top. Bombard Cannons could get sniped. More light cav coming from the top. MbL active with the dance. Some more splash damage being dealt there. Skirmishers now trading off. Not the greatest thing ever. Simply having not Bracer and no third defense upgrade either. Oh, and that's a costly raid. MbL luckily sees it instantly, but that's going to be some dead villagers for sure. Meanwhile, Bombard Cannon is trying to hold, but now too far at the front. Oh boy, and not going for the super finish. MbL, he will lose a lot of ground. Pop 150 for him for now. That is still a scary, scary army. Bombard Cannon getting a good shot off. Do we see another good shot? And, ooh, that Bombard Cannon has to be happy. Starting to see now falling on the other side. What a beautiful, beautiful game here. Still a massive, massive army. Bombard Cannon falls. Mr. Yo needs to run. Skirmisher numbers simply not high enough. Tries to go for the defense. 2 Bombard Cannons dancing. Some not going to be enough. MbL just too hungry to find the kills. Goes in deep into the economy. Some repair on the Bombard Cannon was not enough. Next attack over here. Now trying to claim the stone of Mr. Yo. Of Mr. MbL. What a lovely game. What is that? Mr. Yo didn't see that. He only built the lumber camp next to that one tree. But yeah, that's an elephant graveyard, my man. That's not a forest. Ooh, yo. Well, he gets some trees. Skirmisher just trying to buy some time so that the Bombard Cannon can do the damage in the back. And still can't really deliver. Poof. More Cavaliers now from the top. Could get Mike shot away. Probably just sniping down the Bombard Cannon. Important that Mr. Yo is not losing his against MbL. Skirm's chasing this one down. I think Mr. Yo should retreat. Doesn't really want to trade this one off. Nice move by him. And gets away with everything here. 80 villagers now against 110. C count 4-3 at this very moment. Holy guacamole, what a game. One Cavalier. Heard some good stories of fighting. Thinks better of it. Halberdiers. Are they even right-clicked on the Bombard Cannon? No. Okay. Just going in for the rage there. Bombard Cannon getting the ground attack. Killing his own farm. Ay. Wanted to go for the Bombard Cannon for the Halberdier kills. Didn't really happen. Meanwhile, Avalas doing a good job here. At least killing some villagers, did get some skirmisher kills. But look at that economy at the top of Mr. Yo. Something we can't really say for MbL. Behind this, Mr. Yo with 4 relics as well. What a great map awareness. Didn't get that one at the bottom. Does he know about it? Would surprise me a bit. Yeah, no, he doesn't. Was so close with his monks, didn't really go for it. And MbL tries to get some vision with the outpost. And... see so much Ethiopian power. That doesn't even look like town patrol, honestly. Sayo has almost nothing on the field. Yeah, pop 125 against 140. Neither player has to offer too much. 19 military against 55. But his production will just be so much smoother, right? Oh no, his production so much smoother is tough to say. He simply has the easier way of reinforcing. MbL's castles, non-existent. Non-existent. Didn't get that stone. And I don't even know where was the second stone. Don't know. Bombard Cannon's exposed. Ooh, we'll both go down. MbL just goes for the split. And yeah, easy kill by him. Gets a shot off before dying anyways. Takes one with him. But what? Has 4 Cavaliers. Doesn't even have the second wood upgrade. Mr. Yo tax to paladins. Fights full Arbalest Harbourty of Ethiopians. And feels like paladin is the best investment. Oi, oi, oi. At the 59-minute mark. Crazy late. Crazy choice. But well, he still has more gold to go, right? So I don't mind it too much. Arbalest have to retreat here as well. Fighting for that one. Skirmisher finds that angle. More villagers expanding. And yeah, MbL has more control of the center of the map. That's kind of it. Okay, bombard cannon around here now. Heavy plow. And paladin tech. Oh, that's so funny. We'll find some more villager kills here at the left hand side. No real engagement is happening now. Wants to hold that castle. I don't want to repeat myself. This is the moment where I love to have Onlu as a co-caster. I can get angry that he doesn't get masonry. And Onlu will actually say it 12 times as well. Finally he gets it. More armor, more HP on your castle. And gets another castle up here as well. Interesting move. We'll reclaim the stone. Paladins could come over there. Pop 166 against 170 is solid. 50 villager lead. Military, he's 60 behind here, Mr. Yo. But will find so many villager kills and can't simply get to his desired army. Bombard cannon micro now needs to be on point. We have 4 bombard cannons here. One very heavily chilling. I'm not really sure what those halberdiers are moving in for. Probably to snipe the villagers? That feels so weird. Bombard cannon micro by MbL. So on point. Just incredible efficiency. But most likely, that's the time when you get raided somewhere else. And indeed, MbL, maybe a bit of a late reaction there. We didn't really see it. Iron casting now. Your typical 62-minute upgrade. Full skirmisher production now. 20 paladins on the field. And Mr. Yo... is he giving that castle up? Not yet. Still has 400 stone in the bank. And is getting a lot of stone pretty soon here as well. Nice production now from home. He is sitting at a solid pop 190 while MbL drops down to pop 120. This is not looking great for him. So much pressure over here. MbL just hoping, okay, maybe I can kill you at this angle and then hold at home, but that's not going to be easy. The economy of Mr. Yo just so much better, could save so many villagers, simply had the mobility to always keep Mr. MbL down here. The 4th bombard cannon not really fighting again. Arbalest trying to go for the snipe. MbL just very active, but that's kind of the only angle where he has to watch as well, right? Because everywhere else, he's kind of dying. 4 halberdiers now on the field against a guy that has 24 paladins. I think Mr. Yo, is he even trying to jump? I think just killing the 3 bombard cannons is enough. Trading off the 3 bombard cannons would be enough here. Goes for the one at the right hand side. And MbL a bit out of position. And that's something he could not allow. G to the G. Mr. Yo takes game number 3 in a beautiful, beautiful game. Ethiopians against Franks. I absolutely love that one. Weird opening by MbL, but really paid off because the scouts did all the damage against the gold early on. It felt so long ago that happened. An over 1 hour game. Lovely entertainment that those two did provide for us. We can take a look at the statistics. Mr. Untouched Echo at the north won him the game, in my opinion. Yeah, and both extra gold spots that were there as well. And also the fact that he had 4 relics, maybe even in the end 5. Had the better KD there. And I think MbL never castling those hills in the center was kind of tough as well. Mr. Yo, only 2.5k more gold. But look at that food as well. 14k more there. Solid 6k more wood. MbL, DM timing, but no traps to follow it up, meant MbL first had to get chemistry, which takes endless, then bombard cannons that aren't doing the craziest damage against castles, 2.3k gold, and MbL never broke the 100 villager mark.